Radionya Keluarga Indonesia, menemaniku setiap hari. Menemaniku setiap hari. Radionya Keluarga kita bahagia selalu mewarnai.
Maybe I could just talk a little bit about FP2030 as a start. So FP2030 is the largest global partnership around voluntary and rights-based family planning. And how FP2030 works is that governments and other organizations and non-government actors, they make commitments to FP2030, which means that they make a series of commitments to strengthen and advance their family planning program. So as part of this, the government of Indonesia is a commitment-making country. So one of the aspects of that program is also to strengthen postpartum family planning. So just for the sake of your audiences, postpartum family planning is recognized in family planning as a high-impact practice, which means that it shows great benefits and great potential if it is implemented well. And that means it helps to address unmet needs around contraception by women and their families. So for Indonesia, they have achieved the highest rate of postpartum family planning coverage out of all the countries in Asia Pacific, but also across many other countries and other regions of the world. And this is a great stride. It's a very big achievement for Indonesia because it helps to really give women, it helps to empower women, giving them the choice, but also helps to empower their families, communities, and it contributes towards nation building and prosperity. So we are very happy. It's a privilege for me to come here today and to recognize Indonesia for its outstanding achievement. So Indonesia, and I will pass it to my colleagues from the Ministry of Population and Family Development. But one of the key aspects of any good program is to have to make sure that it is evidence-based. So there should be data and granular data that is collected. And when I mean granular, I mean like what Indonesia is doing across districts, across provinces, and then that data collates and comes to the national level. And based on that data, programs are formed to really identify where the gaps are, how much progress has been made, and what really needs to be done to fill in those gaps. So we just heard today that even Indonesia has a very, very strong data collection system, and they just released the national enumeration data, and they use that data even for their family planning program. So it's really a very strong program and a very comprehensive family planning program. So data and measurement is a critical aspect of FP2030's programs. And when a country makes a commitment, also it's very important to have a good, strong data source, because without that data, you really cannot show progress. And Indonesia has been an exemplar because it really has a very, very strong data collection method as well. Okay, would you like to add something?
Thank you very much. Yes, actually, the Family Planning 2030 even already awarded for Indonesia because we have a much better system in family planning postpartum management. So, for example, here we using the indicator or definition of 42 days after the partum or post delivery. Even so, the other countries adopting the definition of 1 year after postpartum. Still, Indonesia is still better. So actually, Indonesia really deserve this recognition. Yeah. And secondly, regarding the family enumeration data, this is also a very good data source for tracking tools of the family planning 2030 record management. Yeah, being recorded as a documentation to be reported to Family Planning 2030 program.
If I can just add, as part of the commitment making, when countries make a commitment, they also have to submit a self-progress report. So in terms of how they are doing to achieving their commitments, and this data helps the country to report around the various commitments that it has made. It acts as there are indicators, so the data is used to really report back on those indicators as well. So we continue to see Indonesia playing a leadership role. Like I just mentioned, one of the main aspects of our hub is that we provide opportunities for South-South learning across countries, and we hope Indonesia will be able to showcase some of its results at those platforms around PPFP, the Postpartum Family Planning Program, the data enumeration program, and we continue to see Indonesia being a strong partner to FP 2030. And I also want to thank Indonesia for the strong progress that they have made around FP 2030 commitments. Thank you.
Thank you, your time, Mrs. Sumita. Nice to meet you. Oke, berencana itu keren.